There are things we do every morning, over and over again, year after year, like unconscious habits. We open our eyes, reach for the remote control, brew a cup of coffee, take a few pills, eat a sweet pastry, and begin the day. It seems simple, harmless even, but few realize that these small, familiar actions may be silently wearing down our health, little by little, especially when we've already walked more than half of life's journey. No one sets out to harm their health. The truth is, no one ever told us that some things need to change as early as possible, and perhaps no one ever mentioned that, with just a few adjustments to your morning routine, you can noticeably improve your quality of life. From energy levels and memory to balance, fall prevention, and even emotional well-being. You don't need to do anything drastic, just gentle, precise changes. Because at this age, consistency and mindfulness offer more strength than the most intense exercise regimen. This article will share with you 4 common morning mistakes that many people over 60 still make. Not out of carelessness, but simply because no one ever told them otherwise. And more importantly, you'll learn how to adjust each habit in simple, gentle, practical ways, so that every new morning feels stronger, healthier, and more whole. Let the journey begin with something seemingly small, a glass of water. For many, the day begins with a cup of coffee, the morning news, or a quiet moment watching the world from the porch. But there is something even more important that your body needs the moment you open your eyes. Water. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. Your heart keeps beating, your lungs keep breathing, and your organs quietly work through the night to heal and restore. All of this requires water, yet you haven't had a single drop for hours. So when you wake up, every cell in your body is truly thirsty. Not just a dry mouth, deep cellular thirst. But many people overlook this. Instead of drinking water, they go straight to the bathroom, turn on the TV, or brew coffee. Coffee dehydrates you further, when what your body really needs is to be soothed, cleansed, and gently awakened. A glass of warm water in the morning isn't just about quenching thirst. It's a kind greeting to your liver, kidneys, heart, brain, and digestive system. It thins the blood after a night of natural thickening, helps oxygen move more freely, supports mental clarity, flushes the intestines, and kickstarts your body's natural rhythm of elimination. I once met Mr. David, now 78, who used to complain that every morning he woke up feeling foggy, sluggish, and bloated. He tried changing his pillow, his mattress, even reducing his medications, but nothing helped. One day, his daughter read an article about drinking water first thing in the morning and placed a small thermos next to his bed. He gave it a try. Every morning, before getting out of bed, he drank a warm glass of water, about 300 milliliters. Within a week, he felt a difference. His mind was clearer, the dizziness upon standing vanished, his digestion improved, and his long battle with constipation started to ease. He told me, "I never imagined something so small like drinking water could change my whole morning like that." What Mr. David didn't know is that as we age, our sense of thirst becomes less sensitive. The body may be dehydrated, but we don't always feel it. This hidden dehydration can lead to constipation, electrolyte imbalances, dry skin, high blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, and even increased risk of falls due to dizziness and poor balance. So if you still wake up feeling tired, take a moment and ask yourself, have I had water yet today? Don't wait until you're thirsty. Make drinking warm water upon waking a self-care ritual, a small act filled with love. Keep a glass of water by your bed the night before, or next to the chair where you sit in the morning. Don't wait for your body to cry out before you listen. That morning glass of water not only helps your body recover from sleep, it's a gentle reminder that you are still alive, still have time to care for yourself, starting with the simplest things. Many older adults reach for their medication the moment they wake up. Sometimes before changing clothes or even washing their face, they've already swallowed a pill with just a quick sip of water. They believe this is responsible, as prescribed, not missing a dose, taking care of health. But sometimes this well-meaning habit may quietly bring unexpected harm. When you first wake up, your body is still in startup mode. Your stomach is empty, acid production is slow, and your systems are gradually waking after a long rest. If at that moment you take medication, especially blood pressure meds, heart drugs, pain relievers, or anti-inflammatories. It's like tossing a stone into a still pond. It can cause disruption, irritate the stomach lining, or worse, cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, leading to dizziness, imbalance, and even falls. Ms. Helen, 76, once nearly fainted in her bathroom one morning. As she described it, just like every other day, she took her medications as soon as she woke up. Blood pressure pills, joint supplements, and a pain reliever because she felt sore from the day before. Without eating anything, she went into the bathroom. As she stood up, the room spun, her heart raced, and she collapsed onto the cold tile floor. Thankfully, she didn't break any bones. But her doctor told her something she'll never forget. Never take medicine on an empty stomach, unless specifically directed by your physician. Her story is not uncommon. Many medications affect blood pressure, heart rate, or digestion. Without food as a buffer, the stomach is more easily irritated and the body can overreact. That's how an ordinary morning can suddenly become dangerous. The solution is simple. Eat something light before taking medication. It doesn't need to be a full breakfast. A slice of bread, half a banana, a warm glass of milk, or a few plain crackers. That's enough to protect the stomach. These small things can mean the difference between a steady, energized start or one filled with dizziness and fatigue. The key is to build a consistent habit. Unless your prescription specifically says, take on an empty stomach, eat first. And if you're ever unsure, ask your doctor. At this stage of life, your health depends not only on the medicine you take, but how you take it, when you take it, and how gently you treat your body in the process. Remember, medicine is meant to heal, not to wear you down. Each morning, give your body a little food, then gently take your medication. A harmonious blend of science and self-love. In younger years, jumping out of bed is second nature. The alarm rings, you sit up, stand, and start your day in just seconds. But after the age of 60 or 70, the body no longer operates as smoothly. A small act like getting up too quickly can bring consequences you never considered before. Many older adults experience dizziness or even faintness when rising from bed. Some think it's due to poor sleep, others blame old age. But few realize the true culprit, getting up too quickly upon waking. After lying still all night, the body needs time to regulate blood pressure, circulation, and balance. If you suddenly go from lying to sitting, then to standing without giving your body a chance to wake up, your blood pressure can drop. For seniors, the system that regulates this adjustment is slower, meaning your brain doesn't get blood fast enough, leading to dizziness, disorientation, and falls. Mr. George, an 81-year-old man I met at a wellness center, was once very active and sharp. Every morning he'd wake up early to water his plants and clean his yard. But one morning he got up as usual, too quickly. After just a few steps, he collapsed. The fall fractured his hip, and he had to stay in the hospital for nearly a month. From being active, he had to relearn how to walk, and it took a long time for him to regain his confidence. That fall wasn't caused by a sudden accident. It came from a familiar habit he had followed for years, forgetting that his aging body needed a new rhythm. So what can we do? It's very simple. Slow down. When you open your eyes in the morning, don't rush to get out of bed. Lie still for a few moments, gently stretch. Wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate your wrists and ankles, then slowly prop yourself up. Take a deep breath. Wait until your body feels balanced. Then place your feet on the floor and stand. The entire process takes only about a minute, but it can help you avoid serious falls, lingering injuries, and long recoveries. Let this slow rising be your way of honoring your body. You've walked this life with it for decades. Now it deserves your gentleness to keep walking safely with you. There is nothing urgent in the morning. When you give yourself just a few extra seconds to wake properly, you are telling your body, I'm here for you, I'm listening. I want today to begin with stability. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. We've all heard it, but few people truly stop to consider the question, what exactly should we eat in the morning to make it right? For many older adults, breakfast often consists of a slice of white bread, a sweet pastry, a glass of sugary milk, or perhaps a bottled juice. It sounds fine, quick, convenient, and easy to digest. But these seemingly harmless choices may actually be placing a burden on your body from the very first hours of the day. After a long night's rest, your body wakes up needing fuel. But that fuel needs to be stable, something that sustains your energy, focus, and balance throughout the morning. It shouldn't be a sugar rush that lifts you up only to drop you down just as fast. Foods high in sugar and refined carbs, like pastries, boxed cereals, and processed juices, cause blood sugar to spike and then crash. The result? Fatigue, dizziness, early hunger, and difficulty concentrating. Ms. Linda, 74, used to start every morning with white bread and strawberry jam, washed down with sweetened condensed milk. "It's been my routine for years," she said. "It's easy, and it doesn't upset my stomach." But she also noticed that almost every morning, by 9 a.m., she felt drained. Her mind was foggy, she became forgetful, and some days she felt so weak in her limbs that she had to sit down and rest. Upon her doctor's suggestion, she tried a new breakfast: one boiled egg, a slice of whole grain bread, and a serving of low-sugar fruit. Within days, the change was clear: sharper mind, steadier energy, and no more mid-morning crashes. As we age, our bodies process sugar and carbs more slowly. Insulin, the hormone that moves sugar into cells, becomes less efficient. This raises the risk of high blood sugar, metabolic imbalances, memory problems, and even future strokes. The solution doesn't lie in restriction, it lies in balance. Start your day with protein-rich foods like eggs, tofu, unsweetened milk, or plant-based alternatives. Add healthy fats from avocado, olive oil, or walnuts. Include fiber from steamed vegetables or oatmeal to support digestion and stabilize blood sugar. You don't need to eliminate everything sweet, just reduce added sugars, choose minimally processed ingredients, and stick closer to nature. That alone is a powerful transformation. Don't think of breakfast as something just to fill your stomach. Think of it as the foundation for the entire day. Because when you start right, you gain not just energy, but clarity, confidence, and presence to live every moment fully. When we're young, we can start the day however we like, rushing, skipping meals, staying up late. Our bodies are strong, resilient, and forgiving of the little neglects. But aging is different. Everything slows down: heartbeat, digestion, even healing. This isn't a loss. It's simply a gentle reminder that it's time to live more slowly, more attentively, and more intentionally. Morning is the beginning of the day and a reflection of how we live. If we start with rush, with inattentiveness, ignoring the quiet signals of the body, the entire day can unravel into fatigue, stress, and unease. But if we begin with care, with a glass of water, a nourishing breakfast, a slow rise, or simply a small bite before taking medication, we are gifting ourselves a grounded beginning. You may not change every habit in a day, but you can begin changing little by little, doing today a bit better than yesterday, and tomorrow a bit more gently than today. What you do each morning doesn't need to be perfect, only done with care and love for yourself. Just think, if a few small changes in the morning can help improve memory, reduce your risk of falling, stabilize your blood pressure, help you sleep better, and move more safely, why not begin today? Old age is not the end. It's a new chapter, one where you have the time, the wisdom, and the right to live in a way that brings you peace. And that journey begins with you, with how you greet each morning: a glass of warm water, a wholesome breakfast, a slow moment when you sit up, a moment of deep listening to your own body. That's all it takes. And just like that, you begin rewriting the quality of your life, one morning, one day, one breath at a time.